How would the competition react in a situation like that? In order to carry out an exact performance comparison, a similar situation is simulated on a test track using pylons. The speed during this test is 100 kilometers an hour, and all the car's speedometers are synchronized. The Volvo 66 proves to be neutral and trustworthy, and its course can easily be corrected. With the Volkswagen Golf, the test could not be completed at a speed of 100 kilometers an hour. At the moment of return steering, the car inclined so much to the left that completion of the maneuver would definitely have led to its turning over. The test could be completed at a speed of 90 kilometers an hour, but not without difficulty. The Ford Escort is strongly oversteered. The rear end swerves rather far out, and when being return steered, course correction can only take place with the greatest of difficulty. The Simca 1100 was not easy putting through the test. Steering is very heavy, and the massive understeering characteristics, combined with its substantial body roll, go to make accurate steering an impossibility. At this speed, the Opel Kadett cannot be steered accurately. The car is very unstable, and in the first maneuver, the right-hand front wheel leaves the ground. Next comes the brake fading test, according to the ECE method 71/320. The cars are loaded to their maximum. Synchronization is now set at 80 kilometers an hour. All the cars are fitted with a brake pedal pressure meter to measure the pressure applied. The braking distance from 80 kilometers an hour to stationary without wheel blocking is established. Notice is taken of the required pedal pressure. In long declines on mountainous terrain, the brakes will become very hot. To simulate these conditions, the brakes of the cars being tested are warmed according to a set system. Every 45 seconds, the cars are braked from 120 kilometers an hour to 60 kilometers an hour with a brake delay of 3 meters per square second. Braking takes place 14 times. Then, applying the various braking pressures as during the cold test, braking again takes place from 80 kilometers an hour to stationary. Percentage-wise, the increase in braking distance indicates the fading sensitivity. The braking distance of the Volkswagen Golf under cold brake conditions and under warm brake conditions. The braking distance of the Ford Escort under cold conditions. Braking 14 times from 120 kilometers to 60 kilometers an hour with a braking delay of 3 meters per square second. The braking distance in warmed-up condition. The Simca 1100 with cold brakes. And in warm condition. The Opel Kadett City with cold brakes. And warm. Good suspension is a very important characteristic to today's demanding motorist. Because of that, we measure the suspension comfort with a comfortometer developed by the Technical University of Delft. Our imaginary passenger weighs 75 kilos. We travel a secondary road at a speed of 60 kilometers an hour. The measured values indicate the number of vertical shocks. The Volvo 66 proves to have the most comfortable road-holding characteristics. Petrol consumption of the various cars was measured at constant speeds of 60 and 100 kilometers. The 5 cars tested showed only small variations. The following road holding test is carried out at a speed of 80 kilometers an hour. For this test, an ever sharper curve is approached at a speed of 80 kilometers an hour, point A, while at point B, the gas pedal is released. A normal reaction in a turn such as this. The behavior of the Volvo is simplicity itself, thanks to its light understeering character. When the gas pedal is released, the steering hardly changes and remains lightly understeered. The Golf poses few problems, although